Swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The give to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The play-action fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in your offense?
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Off the RPO, complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Indiana. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Breaks the tackle. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Release to the back. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Hey, some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll run play action. Under fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Vincent. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. 1st down and more. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we could just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man on the right. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up. Breaks into the open. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Right back to the well. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Running room in the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown tie. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Bring in the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert 1st downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
Steps away to find some room. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback making adjustments. And back to the air on 2nd down. He's got it up to 30. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Hoosiers have this offense rolling. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Off the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Fights off a defender. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Trying to pound it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Trying to punch it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. They'll try to pass their way in. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. On target over the middle. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that...
Oh, he wants it all. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hoosiers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Defense has him. They're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Back to the ground game on the left. Fighting off the defender. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock. You know, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love the play call there on 4th and short, because even if you don't get it, the opponent now has to march the entire length of the field. But because you did, you've now got a fresh set, and offensively, you've got to pay this off now. You've got to score a touchdown.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with it.
Touchdown, Bama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Balls in the deep ball. He's loose down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Indiana!
And you're seeing the aggressiveness by the offensive coordinator on the first play of the second half. They take a shot and score a touchdown. You know they talked about this all halftime. They were just waiting for this opportunity. They knew coming out they were going to get the look they got defensively and take advantage of it, and it comes up big with a touchdown.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes that Alabama offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Power football with the run. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
They'll go to the ground. Hard running there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to sneak it. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
The run to the left. Running into the open space. Turning on the Jets. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let it go. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Rushes on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
5 yards on the play. Brings up third down.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Got it downfield. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Working that left side. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Handoff to the fullback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
There he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Rice is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 17 to Duke. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
It's a running room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Onto the field. The give to the left side. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the tailback. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Breaks into the open. The 30, the 20. Touchdown tie. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
And the extra point was good. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got his man. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Moving away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
He might want another play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable.
Wide run to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Video game type numbers now for this QB. He has been virtually unstoppable, and you know the Heisman voters are taking account of what he has done here in this game. He's got over 450 passes.
Intercepted for the 11th time.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Deep zone coverage here by the defense. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, okay, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had